Welcome back to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. It's that time for Pennsylvania People and Places. And now I want to ask you, do you recognize that animal right there? That indeed is a fisher. And that is Christopher Flatt of Monroe County with his largest fisher to date. Now, Christopher's fisher, which he caught using a foothold trap, weighed 15.25 pounds, and he tells us that this one is going to be very hard to beat. Here's Joe Dabrowski and the rest of his hunting party and the black bear that he shot during the rifle season while hunting in Wayne County. Joe's bear weighed 371 pounds and was shot with his Ruger 30-06. This party included two youth mentor hunters, Jack Steger and Dylan Antonori. Congratulations on the great bear, guys. Next, we see Jen Lash and the huge largemouth bass that she caught while fishing with her husband on a lake in the Poconos. Jen caught her bucket mouth using a Senko. Now, you got to check out this story. This is just an incredible story of a first and then another first, okay? So you're looking at Channing Reinhold of Ashland, and he's seen here with his very first deer. He shot this doe at 7:42 in the morning on the second day of the rifle season while being mentored by his father, Joshua. Just 3 minutes later, that's right, 7:45, Channing shot and scored with his very first buck. His buck had 9 points. That sounds like a heck of a hunt, Channing. Congratulations. And we'll stick with the Reinhold family for another photo. Here we see Chevy Reinhold and the buck that he shot on the opening day of the rifle season while being mentored by his father, Joshua, in Ringtown. Chevy's buck had 9 points and was downed with one shot from his Remington 7mm08. And here's Ace Pepper, I love that name, Ace, of Forksville, and his very first buck. Ace's buck had 9 points and was shot during the rifle season. We say congratulations on the great first buck, Ace. Ace's brother Colt managed to score with a 2023 buck during the archery season. Colt's buck was shot while hunting over a food plot with his crossbow. Way to go, Colt. Now take a look at this beautiful buck from Nicole Smith of Uniondale. She shot it on the opening day of the rifle season, and she was hunting with her father, Donald Bennett. Nicole's buck had 8 points and was shot with her .270 that was handed down to her by her father. That's a great buck, Nicole. Congratulations. And finally this morning, here's 11-year-old Zachary Madden of South Canaan and his very first buck. Zachary shot this 8-point buck on the first Monday of the rifle season while hunting with his father Paul and grandfather Tim. He downed his buck at a distance of 15 yards with his .243. Congratulations on the great buck, Zachary. And with all of our successful sportsmen out there, we'll put a close to this week's edition of Pennsylvania People and Places. And we'll still take your photos, and especially now that we're starting to talk about trout season and whatever, if you have any photo you'd like to share from last year's fishing trips, hunting trips, be sure to go to WNEP.com/POL. Click on the slideshow, fill in the information, send us your photo, and hit submit. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.